Hey, and welcome back to the channel. It's getting to be that kind of sports season. I'm wearing the wrong kind of shirt for sports. It's the Super Bowl coming up between the Patriots and the Falcons, and I don't know anything about either team because I'm not a sport bloke, but I think I want the Falcons to win because I hear that the Patriots have cheated. I don't know enough to be true. All I know is that that comment has probably incited some people. Anyway, I got a couple of things that I wanted to get off my chest here today. The more I've been thinking about the Nintendo Switch, the more I really like it. But I have thought of one glaring issue, something that I find kind of weird. Okay, so one of the reasons that I think that the Nintendo Wii did so well is because Nintendo managed to gain the attention of that casual gaming audience. And they were able to come on in and they had a whole bunch of games to play and just dick around with until the Wii was of no use to them. But it doesn't matter to Nintendo because they were there and they bought those consoles. But that casual audience did by no means fucking stay. As soon as things like the Facebook games and mobile gaming became a big hit, they just up and left and went to those. And so when the Wii U was there, and people were expecting to have this massive, that casual audience just still stay with them, it was not the case. They'd already moved on. And while I can see that, oh, but it's a tablet, to try and draw in those people who are so used to, playing with the tablets of their choice, whether it be iPad or otherwise, it just didn't work. Combined with that, they didn't have those niche, casual style games that they would be more into. And they didn't have any third-party support, so the Wii U kind of died on that. But the Switch seems to be moving along in this vein to try and recapture that audience that they lost. And with this portable device itself, I'm not sure what you could... Is it the controller? Is it the actual console itself? I'm sure I'll find a better way to describe it as time goes on. I feel like, however, that ship has sailed. If the Nintendo wants to try and get that mobile audience, they're going to have to make more mobile games. And with Mario Run, or just being... I hear it did underwhelming, but to be honest, I haven't been following it, but I heard that it was underwhelming compared to what they thought it was going to make. I don't know. Nintendo obviously will always have a place in the market, whether or not they're doing anything innovative or not, to be honest. Because when it comes to like consoles, people think, okay, there's the Sony, whatever console they have at the time, it will probably be PlayStation till the end of time. They're probably not going to change that name. And same with Microsoft. They're like, it will probably be Xbox until the end of time. But when it comes to the Sony and Microsoft consoles, those machines are completely different to what someone like myself or anybody would get like a Nintendo console for. If you're, you're just like, okay, well, those two are like the gaming consoles, and that's my Nintendo console. You know that you're going to get a much different experience on that Nintendo console than is going to be available on the other two. And while it might not necessarily be the most hard-hitting, graphically intense game on the Nintendo console, you know that it's going to be fun and unique, and that experience can only be offered by the Nintendo brand. And that's why I think they'll always have a place in the market. But the thing that was really going on in my head as well with that, let's just call it the Nintendo Switch tablet. The thing that's going on with that is, I am not a portable gamer. As bizarre as that sounds, I loved the Game Boy, all the way up to, the Advance, the DS. I still have a DS, the PlayStation Portable even the N-Gage and the Wonder Swan to a degree. Game Gear, sorry, not N-Gage, what the fuck am I talking about? I remember when they were trying to sell N-Gages, like, really trying to push them out the door. But anyway, when it comes to portable games, I seek to have that inclusiveness and that immersion that, I'm not sure if this happens to anyone else, but where you stare at a screen and you you lose focus about everything else in the world and you are in that world for the moment. With a handheld game, those are primarily made for when you can't be with your console, when you have to be away or if you're on the move. For example, if you're doing the morning commute or afternoon commute, just to and from work, or just, going on a bit of a holiday, a road trip, and you're just like, I need something to entertain me in that time. That's where those handhelds come into play. But I really feel that the handheld machines, in comparison to smartphones, are really lacking. If you were to go and, take your 3DS with you out on a road trip, if you had your phone, you could have access to all your streaming sites in terms of like you want to watch movies and all that, or if you want to listen to music, you could do that as well. Not only that, but you'd have your own little games that you could play and keep you entertained for those short bursts of time. I don't want to play an extremely long-winded like role-playing game on my handheld. That is something that I would like to reserve for a home experience. Battery life is another thing. They're saying that this thing can go for 3.5 hours. I'm not sure what plane trips most people are taking, but I know that for the majority, and this might be completely different experiences for people in like Europe, where the countries are much closer together, or even if you're just flying from a state-to-state basis, or I can't even say province to province for Canadians, but for Americans, a state-to-state basis, probably. But still, if you're going fucking from, let's just say, Georgia, and you're going all the way over to LA, you know, your fucking Switch is going to be dead, and then you're not going to be able to take it home unless someone you know, or you're staying with a place that has a dock, and maybe you can take the dock with you, I'm not sure. But the problem I'm having, and this, I'm trying to verbalize it properly, the problem I'm having with the portable consoles is just, you can't really invest your time into them. They're more like, you know, small bites that you can enjoy. Like, okay, I'm going to have 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. But you can't really just have, like, the full 45 minutes. You just have to literally have the small bites. You can't sit down and dedicate yourself to playing this because you've got the small battery life, you've got the small screen, and you've got unforeseen circumstances which can stop you from playing that portable, like, hardware. Now, that's not to say that I don't like portable experiences and portable games. I do. I love a lot of those games on the 3DS, for example. I love a lot of the games, even back in the Game Boy days. But that being said, to go and, you know, with the Switch especially, being like, its main selling point is you can pick it up and take it with you. I appreciate the option, and the Wii U was also doing that, but at the same time, that's not going to be a feature that is a selling point to me. I'm going to be sitting at home, and when I want to play the Switch, I'll play the Switch when it's hooked up to the TV. I'm not going to get on a fucking bus and risk losing this, like, expensive tablet to replace, or risk any damage coming to it, or get to a point in the game, if I can't save anywhere, then I'm not going to fucking... Or let's say I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei, because that was one of the games they announced. Let's say I'm playing that game, I'm in the middle of a fucking boss battle, and then they're like, okay, well, you know, time to get off the boat and actually get to work. Time to... This is where I get off on my boat. Got to fucking turn it off now because I'm at work. And then lose all that progress. It's too much of a risk, like, especially as I've told people here before, with me being a very time-related and time-focused person. When you have that kind of limitation, or if you have that extra stress on you, where, like, if you don't fucking do this, if you're not sure you can do this in the allotted time, don't start. Don't waste your time. Then what's the fucking point to taking it out in the first place? And I really don't think that that's going to be a major selling point, or even a feature that I will use, aside from like, oh fuck, I'm going to go, you know, cook myself something. So I'll just take this with me to the kitchen, and I'll just, you know, continue playing it while I'm fucking, I don't know, cooking an egg or something like that. But anyway, this is just my thoughts on the whole portable issue, or not an issue, but the whole portable situation going forward. And if you guys have any thoughts about the portability, or portability in games in general, just let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think about this. I might be completely wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about this in the wrong way. Maybe there's something that I've missed, and I would just love to hear that, and who knows, have a bit of an open dialogue here. Thank you guys for listening to some of my scrambled thoughts, and I'm gonna record another thing pretty soon. And anyway guys, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you guys later.